In 2018, the UN Human Rights Council adopted a resolution on the promotion, protection, and enjoyment of human rights on the internet. This resolution was the joint initiative of 4 countries: Brazil, Sweden, Tunisia, and yes, Nigeria. In paragraph 14 of that resolution, the Human Rights Council condemned all undue restrictions of freedom of opinion and expression online that violates international law.
Furthermore, paragraph 9 of the Human Rights Council's resolution on the promotion and protection of human rights in the context of peaceful protests calls on all states to refrain from taking measures seeking to block internet users from gaining access to or disseminating information online. However, fast forward to June 4th, 2021.
Here in Nigeria, where the government has indefinitely suspended the operations of microblogging service Twitter over what it described as a threat to national coexistence.
The current ban on Twitter is a clear contravention of Nigeria's obligation under international law and a betrayal of its own constitution. This ban unlawfully clamps down on the digital civic space in the country and also sets a terrible example for the rest of the continent.
But Nigerians refused to be silenced and decided to protest the ban placed on Twitter. The people mobilized and embarked on a peaceful protest on Democracy Day to demand for good governance and accountability. Yet again, the government acted contrary to its international obligations.
Armed men everywhere! Armed men everywhere! Wabasigan, TSS, military, police, everywhere! Because we want to protest, we can't be scared. We can't be scared of our president in our own countries. We are not refugees, we are citizens. And no man no commands. Wow! We rather die than keep short. I'd rather be a rebel than a slave. Yes.
In the place of understanding, protesters were greeted with excessive police force.
Instead of a reassurance that the government is committed to fighting for their best interests, they got arrested and beaten and tear-gassed
and harassed for filming.
He is a journalist. He has an identity card. He is a journalist. He is a journalist.
Don't do things.
It is unconscionable that the government will resort to tactics that deny citizens their rights to freedom of expression, both online and offline.
It is not a crime to protest, and the Nigerian government needs to respect that. All the freedoms guaranteed under the Nigerian Constitution should be respected. The recognized rights of journalists and citizens to record law enforcement in the course of their duty must be respected.
A nexus exists between the ability of citizens to access Twitter and their ability to expose injustice by sharing video evidence of human rights abuses. This has especially been true in the case of Nigeria. And so restricting access to Twitter fosters impunity. At Witness, we are therefore asking the Nigerian government to
respect the right of everyone to free expression and restore access to Twitter.
Respect citizens' right to peaceful protest.
Respect the right of journalists and citizens to record law enforcement in the course of their duties.
Reject any social media regulations that contravenes human rights.
Likewise, we urge Twitter to consistently take a human rights-based approach to content moderation. Twitter needs to have clear rules governing its decisions and ensure that they are consistently applied. Otherwise, it runs the risk of appearing arbitrary and political.
Although many have resorted to using VPNs to access Twitter, we must be careful not to legitimize the government's ban because it is completely unlawful, arbitrary, and incompatible with a democratic society, which Nigeria claims to be.